Hey everyone, it's Basta's Mind here with you. Today we're diving into the exciting world of rugby. Now, rugby might seem confusing at first, kinda like trying to understand Dwight's Beet Farm, but don't worry, we're gonna break it down in a way that even Michael Scott could understand. Welcome to our animated film about the different positions in rugby. We're talking forwards, backs, scrums, lineouts, the whole shebang. So buckle up, because we're about to tackle this head-on. Prop, the rock. First up, we've got the props. These guys are the foundation of the scrum, like the rock-solid base of a pyramid or a really strong building. They need to be strong, and I mean really strong, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson strong. Can you imagine The Rock in a scrum? He'd be unstoppable. He'd be anchoring that scrum, providing stability, and probably cracking a few jokes along the way. Props are essential for gaining those crucial inches in a rugby match. Hooker, Jason Statham. Next up is the hooker, a crucial position in rugby that often goes unnoticed. This position requires agility, toughness, and a knack for, well, hooking the ball. The hooker is the player who has to be in the right place at the right time, making split-second decisions. And when I think of agility and toughness, I think of Jason Statham. His roles in action movies perfectly embody the spirit of a rugby hooker. Picture this. Jason Statham, in a rugby kit, diving into a scrum, hooking the ball back with lightning speed. It's a sight to behold, combining athleticism and strategy. Hookers are like the secret weapons of the scrum. They are the unsung heroes who make the game flow smoothly. They need to be quick, cunning, and not afraid to get their hands dirty. Their role is physically demanding and mentally challenging. They're the ones who win possession in the scrum, setting the stage for the rest of the team. Without a skilled hooker, the team would struggle to gain control and execute their plays effectively. Lock, Liam Neeson. Moving on to the locks, we need someone tall, powerful, and maybe a little bit intimidating. And who better fits that description than the one and only Liam Neeson? Imagine Liam Neeson towering over the competition in a lineout, snatching the ball out of thin air with those long arms of his. Locks are crucial for winning lineouts, which is like a jump ball in basketball, but way more physical. They also provide support in the scrum, making sure the whole structure doesn't crumble under pressure. Now let's talk about flankers. These guys are the speedsters, the powerhouses, the ones who are always in the thick of the action. They need someone with the speed of a cheetah and the strength of, well, Thor. And who better embodies those qualities than Chris Hemsworth? Flankers are all about tackling, disrupting the opposition's plays, and securing possession for their team. They're the ones who never give up, who chase down every loose ball, and who always put their bodies on the line. Up next is the number 8, a position that requires versatility, strength, and a whole lot of grit. And when I think of versatility and strength, I think of the one and only Hugh Jackman. Imagine Hugh Jackman at the base of the scrum, controlling the ball with precision, then breaking free and charging down the field. He'd be like a one-man wrecking crew, leaving a trail of bewildered opponents in his dust. Think several plays ahead. Moving on to the fly half, the field general, the one who calls the shots. They need to be strategic thinkers, have a knack for reading the game, and possess a wicked sense of humor. And who better fits that description than the king of sarcasm himself, Ryan Reynolds? Fly halves are responsible for making those game-changing decisions, whether it's kicking for points, passing to a teammate, or launching a surprise attack. They're the ones who keep the game flowing, the ones who make things happen. Let's talk about the inside centre, the reliable powerhouse in the midfield. They need to be strong, determined, and always ready to break through those tough defences. And who better embodies those qualities than Captain America himself, Chris Evans? Inside centres are all about power, precision, and making those crucial yards. They're the ones who create space for their teammates, the ones who punch through the defense and set up those try-scoring opportunities. Moving on to the outside centre, the speedster, the elusive runner, the one who can turn on a dime and leave defenders grasping at shadows. And who better fits that description than the multi-talented Zac Efron? Imagine Zac Efron in full rugby flow, dancing around defenders, his footwork as impressive on the rugby pitch as it is on a Broadway stage. Outside centres are all about speed, agility and creativity. They need to be able to read the game, exploit gaps in the defence, and create those highlight reel moments. Now, let's talk wings, the speed demons of rugby. They need to be lightning fast, have incredible stamina, and be able to outrun even the fastest defenders. And when it comes to speed, there's only one name that comes to mind: Usain Bolt. Wings are all about speed, agility, and finishing those try-scoring opportunities. They're the ones who get the crowd on their feet, the ones who make rugby look like a track meet gone wild. Last but not least, we have the fullback, the last line of defense, the one with the booming kicks. They need to be cool under pressure, have a cannon for a leg, and possess incredible spatial awareness. And when it comes to precision and kicking skills, there's only one name that comes to mind: David Beckham. Fullbacks are all about vision precision and being that calming presence in the back line. They're the ones who can turn defense into attack with a single kick, the ones who can read the game like a book. Now, every great team needs a solid bench, and that includes those crucial reserve players. First up, we have the reserve prop, the powerhouse waiting in the wings, ready to step in and dominate the scrum. And when it comes to strength and dependability, there's one name that roars to mind: Vin Diesel. Reserve props might not get the same glory as the starting players, but they're just as important. They need to be ready to step in at a moment's notice and perform at the highest level. Next up, we have the reserve hooker, the agile and tenacious player waiting for their moment to shine. And when it comes to toughness and that never-give-up attitude, there's one name that packs a punch: Mark Wahlberg. Reserve hookers need to be ready to rumble, to bring that same intensity and skill as the starting hooker. And Mark Wahlberg definitely fits the bill. So, yeah, Mark Wahlberg as a reserve hooker, that's a recipe for a gritty and explosive performance off the bench. Moving on to the reserve lock, the towering presence waiting to bring their strength and height to the game. And when it comes to commanding presence and sheer power, there's one name that stands tall: Idris Elba. Reserve locks need to bring that same power and precision as the starting locks, and Idris Elba definitely exudes that aura of strength and control. So yeah, Idris Elba as a reserve lock, that's a recipe for a dominant and imposing performance, even from the sidelines. Last but not least, we have the reserve back, the versatile athlete ready to jump into any position in the back line. Whether it's covering for an injured teammate or providing fresh energy late in the game, and when it comes to versatility, athleticism, and that undeniable star power, there's one name that shines bright: Michael B. Jordan. Known for his roles on the big screen, Michael brings the same intensity and dedication to the rugby field. Reserve backs need to be ready for anything, able to slot into multiple positions and adapt quickly to the ever-changing dynamics of the game, and perform at a high level. They must maintain peak physical condition and mental sharpness. They're the ultimate team players, always ready to support their teammates and step up when needed. And Michael B. Jordan embodies that spirit of versatility and dedication. His commitment to excellence is evident in everything he does. So yeah, Michael B. Jordan as a reserve back, that's a recipe for a dynamic and impactful performance, bringing both skill and star power to the field, no matter where he plays. Until next time! So there you have it, a crash course in rugby positions with a little help from some of Hollywood's biggest names. We hope this unique approach made it easier to understand the roles each player takes on the field. Thanks for watching our breakdown of rugby positions with celebrity comparisons. It's always fun to see how different worlds can intersect in unexpected ways. Hopefully you learned a thing or two and gained a new appreciation for the sport, and maybe even cracked a smile along the way. Rugby is not just a game, it's a community, a culture, and a way to bring people together. We hope you enjoyed learning about the game and its intricacies and imagining these stars on the field. It's always interesting to think about how they would fare in a real match. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more sports content. Your support helps us bring more exciting and informative videos to you. And hey, if you ever get the chance to watch a rugby match, I highly recommend it. The energy and excitement are truly unmatched. You might just be surprised at how much you enjoy it. So grab some friends, head to a game, and see you on the pitch. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. See you next time.